Let me breathe. And I'm going to wait 5 seconds and I'll do it. Stop laughing.
I am waiting you out, but I'm dying.
I'm waiting for you to stop laughing.
Okay, I'm done.
No, I'm laughing. Welcome to the Body Count Continues with this one over here, Marianne, and me. See, I nailed it.
With this one, thank you for that.
This one here,
Um,
Marianne. I mean, she's not here, so she's not
I am
really here
here.
with me. She's,
I'm here.
she's in the session.
I'm here. I'm present. And
Present.
I'm present for a very special episode. An
We're not doing the Black
anniversary.
Coat Story again.
We're not. This is
Done with
20
that.
times fucking better.
Disagree? But
I
go ahead.
enjoyed the rewatch. I'm going to enjoy the recording. So it's like a complete 180 from last week.
Well, we're back in slasher territory. It's where you belong. It's where you're comfortable.
We're back in slasher territory. This episode's gonna be dropping on November 18th, which also happens to be the anniversary of the release of one of the best 80s slasher movies. One of the most underrated 80s slasher movies.
Sleepaway Camp.
Iconic movie, iconic killer, iconic actress.
We do love Phyllis Rose here.
We do. I will try to keep the fangirling to a minimum. But she really, truly is one of the sweetest people.
Is Phyllis the one that took your selfie on her own phone with you? Or was that somebody
Yes.
else? Yeah, that was her.
She is also the Last Drive-In's mangled dick expert.
I remember that. I was there when that law first dropped.
So she's got quite a storied resume. She's multi-talented, multifaceted. We love her.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
She is. And not just in Sleepaway Camp. She's done so many movies, probably a lot of movies that some people have never even heard of.
She was in Terrified too. I remember that.
She was in Terrifier
Briefly.
2. She was in Stream, briefly.
Everyone was in Stream briefly.
Stream was such a stacked movie, and it was so fun. I need to revisit that.
That's another underrated one, I think.
A great movie. No,
A
seriously.
little long, but good.
A little long, and I wasn't too happy that all of my favorites got killed. I'm not gonna lie. Danielle Harris died. Alyssa Rose died.
Did Bill
Tony
Mosley
Todd
die in that one?
I don't
I don't think Tony Todd died. He
know.
was still hanging around at the end there.
I don't think Mosley died either. I don't remember. See, I need to revisit it.
A lot happened in that movie. It was very chaotic. I seem to remember that Tony Todd did make it out of that movie alive. One of his final movies.
I think he was supposed to be in the sequel, which I think they were planning a sequel and he was going to be in it. I don't know what the status of that is. We just hit a year since he passed away, and we love Tony and we miss Tony.
Should we talk about how we were like one AHS degree away from predicting the future last week?
I mean, I think I was.
Alien won us.
You keep saying we.
Hey, co-presenter, like I get 50% credit for all your ideas on this podcast.
Literally, well, first of all, the idea didn't come about on the podcast.
Okay.
Was it on the podcast?
We certainly discussed this on the podcast, unless you edited it out.
I just can't remember if the conversation you're talking about took place on the podcast or if it was just
It was last week.
us chatting.
Yeah, it was while we were doing the Black Coat Story episode, because we were talking about Emma Roberts' roles and how maybe we could see her cast as Eileen Wuornos by Ryan Murphy, which he hasn't done. He's cast Sarah Paulson in the last week instead.
So I'm not gonna
Close
lie,
enough.
I haven't finished editing our last episode yet. The plan is to do that, to finish that today.
He just turned 60. It's his birthday today as we're recording this. So happy birthday, Ryan.
Yeah, okay, why not?
I'm one of the few people saying that.
His recent stuff is kind of...
Have you watched All's Fair?
I did. And you know what?
I did.
I agree with Rotten Tomatoes. It's absolute fucking dookie.
I heard it was a mess, but I'm not interested in watching it myself, so I'll just take everyone else's word for it.
If you want to watch a show, if you are into shows that are 100% aesthetic, 0% good writing, hey, have at it. Like, you get to see these very fancy women in very fancy clothes and very fancy, expensive set pieces.
That's all it is.
When he cast Kim Kardashian in Delicate, And then halfway through the season, he announced that he was writing some legal show and he wanted her to head it up. I'm trying to think of like a polite way to say this. It felt like a white hot rage. I'm
Mhm.
sorry, she's not an actress.
She's not. She's
You
not a
know what?
lawyer
You
either.
know
She
what?
failed a bar exam again.
I'm not sorry. No,
I mean,
listen, I have a strong aversion to this entire fucking family. I'm so sick of seeing their shit everywhere. And Kim Kardashian and her fucking stupid clothing brand have recently, or I don't know what the fuck it was. This was a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, that I saw that she's planning to start selling thongs with a fake bush on them.
I remember seeing that. Like, why not just have a real bush? Come on
Before that,
now.
it was a top with a fake nipple ring in it.
It sounds pretty tacky.
You know what kills me is that, like, the beauty industry has spent decades telling women that our pubic hair is just unappealing. It's been shave, it's been laser, it's been wax, and then this bitch comes along and starts selling fucking merkins. And the worst part is that, like, her fan base will eat this shit up and spend money. God knows how much that thong costs. I don't know how much it costs, but I can tell you, without knowing the price, that it is over fucking priced.
Imagine you with a girl, you pull down her pants and see that staring back at you. That I'd be weirded out. What's the point?
I almost think she's trolling to be like, "Let's see
Maybe.
what stupid shit I can get these idiots to buy."
Hey, if it works. I didn't mind her so
Works.
much. I didn't mind her so much in Delicate because she wasn't in it that much. But she's not an actress. She's a wooden actress.
Well, that's
And
what people are saying about All's Fair.
I've seen clips of like her acting opposite Sarah Paulson, and Sarah Paulson's like actually acting, and then it cuts to Kim Kardashian with the same blank expression in every scene.
I
I mean,
I
that's enough
only
for me.
watched I only watch 2 episodes. When I don't like something, I usually give it 2 episodes. I will allow for the first episode to be kind of messy and disorganized and kind of pray that by episode 2 shit gets, a little more structured. Hopefully that it things turn around. That is not the case with
Yeah.
this show. Sarah Paulson is acting circles around Kim Kardashian. I hate to be so negative, but can we fucking please keep the Kardashians out of everything? There are so many of them that it doesn't matter where I look, I'm always fucking seeing Kardashian somewhere, and I'm sick of it. Absolutely sick of it.
Do you know what I didn't like? Black Phone 2. Finally watched it.
Okay.
Budget Freddy Krueger.
Okay. Listen, I don't wanna get wrapped up in this. I'm gonna go from calling a TV show dog shit to calling a movie dog shit, and y'all are gonna accuse me of being negative this week.
Your negative Nancy thing. Like, he gave these kids a clip show of his greatest hits and then got beat up. Yeah, to me, it was like just vibes and not much else. It's the same dream sequence repeated 3 or 4 times. Then they do a twist on the original movie where they say the suicide was actually a murder.
For me, it
It's
looks
too
like a
much.
music video.
Yeah.
It's all aesthetic. So you've got the snow, got this phone booth, which by the way is placed in front of the most horrendous looking green screen I have ever seen in my fucking life. It's so fake and just I do realize that more and more movies are relying on green screens and for me personally it's such a shame. I realize the costs associated with filming on location, but the end product is so much better. And that stupid fucking lake with the phone booth in front of it, it looks so painfully fake to me. And then we're on to, I forget her name, the sister.
Yeah,
Her
I
name
haven't memorized character names. I know the guy's called Finn.
her name doesn't matter, but she is so freaking annoying the entire movie, and if I was her brother, I would have waited until she fell asleep and smothered her with a pillow.
Which she falls asleep a lot as well. She's
She
almost
does.
narcoleptic in this movie for someone that's been haunted in their dreams.
Her brother is, like, dealing with the trauma of what's happened to him in the first movie, and then she goes off on him for, like, self-medicating because he likes his weed. If you don't back up off of him,
Yeah, it had a weird anti-drug Christian message to the whole movie that I didn't enjoy.
I
It
you
was like the
know,
whole thing was like, go with Christ, bruh.
and she
No.
compares her brother's I don't say addiction, she compares her brother's self-medicating with weed to her father's alcoholism, which
Ludicrous.
is insane because in the first movie, their father is an abusive drunk.
Yeah, and he just like sneaks out at night and smokes a spliff, it's no big deal. But
Exactly.
she's so over the top about it, and the way the movie's written, it reinforces the bullshit.
We
I feel like the writers believed the nonsense that was coming out of her mouth.
The biggest mistake that this movie makes, for me personally, is there's no body count. Not one fucking person dies.
Yeah, and every death is a flashback or dream. This grabber, he comes back from hell, talks some shit about how all the human parts have been taken away from him, so like he's pure evil or whatever. And he doesn't do anything. He just talks shit and then gets bullied worse than Pennywise in It Chapter 2. And people are saying calling him a horror icon. Not for me.
Grabber feels impotent to me in this
Yeah.
movie. He just stands outside a phone booth, gently calling Finn's name.
He probably slept pretty easily after watching this.
I slept very easily. It put me to sleep almost.
But in this context, for a movie like this, he needs to do something. Like, there's so many characters here that are just cannon fodder, basically. He didn't kill them.
No,
I don't get it.
I
Yeah.
just don't see the vision.
Yeah. It wasn't for me at all.
Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein dropped on Netflix. Have you watched it?
I've not watched it. But it's like 2.5 hours, so I'm gonna like find the time.
Fake horror fan.
I feel like I need to watch it on my big screen TV, not on my monitor, you know. So
Fake horror fan.
I'm waiting for the right time. I'm not a fake horror fan. Damn. Don't
I
make
was
me
talking
show you
about
my
I was ta
letterbox list.
I was talking about both of us. Oh, that's not gonna help.
I watched Popeye's Revenge today instead.
That doesn't help my that does
I'm looking forward to it. I like Guillermo del Toro's movies generally.
I like his movies too, and I love the Universal monsters. Those movies have such a special place in my heart. So I'm excited.
You don't think 2025's The Wolfman was better than the original?
No, not by a long shot.
Don't
Ew.
think anybody does. Damn, that was rough. Can't believe Lee Manal did that one.
Big news this week. The
Oh,
biggest news, the most wholesome news, because this is so like
what
a
did I
long
do?
time coming and well deserved. Not you. I said
Oh,
wholesome.
what are you getting me?
Wow.
Okay.
Robert Englund finally got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Deserved.
So deserved. A fucking icon. But my favorite part of this whole story is that he very politely and diplomatically shaded the Nightmare remake. And he was so kind about it.
He said it was too soon or something, didn't he?
He said the timing was he's like, "Look, I like everybody who was involved in that movie, but the timing was off." Dude, I respect your need to be kind. There's no need to be kind about this movie. Come on. Rooney Mara's performance is such an insult to the character of Nancy Thompson and to Heather Langenkamp's portrayal
Dreadful.
across, what, 3 movies that she did? Absolutely
Yes.
dreadful. We got a really interesting would-be final girl in Cassidy, and she was killed, which, like, every time I rewatch this movie, the second Cassidy dies Katie Cassidy. Yeah, her name was I forget her character's name.
He's underrated.
Katie Cassidy is underrated, and the second she dies in this movie, I check out mentally. That's when I can't continue. Rooney Mara is
Nothing
just
else interesting happens.
insufferable in this movie, and she has this air of superiority about her, like she's just not even happy to be there.
She wasn't. I think she's even said so.
Of all the actresses that would have killed to be part of such a legendary franchise, why couldn't you fucking step aside and let somebody else do it?
Yeah.
I mean,
I would have been happy with Katie Cassidy, final girl in that movie.
all due respect to Robert Englund, timing wasn't the issue.
No, they were riding the remake wave still, weren't they? If give it to Ryan Murphy, he'll know what to do.
Fuck off.
It'd be Evan Peters or Finn Wittrock.
Jesus, please no. Actually, you know what?
I
Evan
was think
Peters.
he can
I
do
like
creepy.
Evan Peters.
Maybe I've just accidentally came up with a genius idea. I don't know.
Look, I really like Evan Peters, but it doesn't mean he's right for the role. Here's one.
You need someone that can do creepy.
This is the thing. Anytime somebody says that, we need somebody who can do creepy, you know who the first suggestion is, right? I don't even need to say it. Do I?
You do. Go ahead.
Seriously? Okay. Bill Skarsgård.
Oh,
The Skarsgård army wants this man cast in everything,
they do.
and I don't understand it. He was great as Pennywise. He was awful in The Crow.
I haven't watched that yet. I'm not
You
in a
know,
rush.
I don't know what the obsession is about getting him cast as, like, every major villain. Thankfully, I think he said he's gonna step away from horror for a bit.
Okay.
You know who I'd like to see tackle, like, a villainous role in horror? Kyle Gallner.
Yeah,
There's another one. I would love
you
to
could do
see
that.
him play a psycho, and if he does it well, how funny would it be to see him take on Freddy after,
Well,
playing
he did in The
Quentin?
Passenger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I could see him having a good whack at it.
Passenger wasn't look, he did a great job in The Passenger, but that wasn't really horror.
No, it's thriller.
He just played like an unhinged psychopath. I think based on that, I think he could do a good Freddy Krueger. Again, depends on the voice, depends on you have to have the whole package. You have to have a voice that appeals to people. You have to have this fluidity to your movements because like Robert England he's so theatrical
All right, fine, I'll do it.
in everything in everything that he does. You can't be short.
God damn,
No,
so
but
close.
England is so theatrical, his movements are fluid. It
I think
just felt like everything he did with the character came so naturally to him, and it not to
isn't Robert England 5'9"?
okay,
Give me some platform shoes. I can do it.
it just that
Like
whole
Robert De
character
Niro in The Irishman.
no, no platform shoes. No, but the character of Freddy Krueger, like, pun intended, fit England like a glove,
Absolutely.
and he just did it it's chef's kiss. So it's hard to move on, but we have to move on.
Speaking of franchises, though, let's talk about the start of one.
And an underrated horror villain or victim, depending on how you see
I
it.
mean, she's becomes more of a villain in the sequels, really. There's a lot that happens here that's, I think, justified,
Yes.
personally.
But regardless of how you feel, Angela Baker is an icon. We do not talk about her enough. I'm gonna say, like, I love both portrayals. I feel like
Very different.
very, very different portrayals. Like, Pamela Springsteen absolutely killed it. I feel like Felissa is seriously underappreciated. And maybe that's because she spends most of this movie not talking. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. For me, I just love, like, the quiet way she moves in this movie, and then she does talk a little bit. I mean,
Yeah, there's a few minutes there where she talks a lot.
I guess the argument is that you don't see much personality from her, but that's part of how she's written.
Yeah, it's kind of the point.
It's a whodunit. We don't know who the killer is. We don't know motives. We don't know backstory. Even like the opening scene that sets things up, we don't really know how that ends. So there's a lot of mystery.
It's kind of like the original Friday the 13th in that sense.
It is. Well,
It's set
apparently
up as
this
a
was
whodunit.
inspired by Friday the
I believe it. You can certainly see the parallels, not just in the setting, but in certain scenes.
Yeah. Um,
It even has a
except
tragic backstory.
except the director decided in this movie, fuck them kids, and he killed a bunch of kids, which I respect.
So yeah,
But
starts off by killing kids. Well, one at least.
right? Well, first we get this aggro title card. It's not the title card that's aggressive. It's more the music.
Yeah, like this is Manfredini turned up to 11. Like, it just
It's
assaults your ears.
it's Harry Manfredini on fucking PCP. It's like the opening music that plays over the title card. It's so deliberate and it really does kind of leave your eardrums feeling a little bit assaulted.
Yeah, it's very 80s in that way.
And the biggest crime,
Okay.
why the hell does Felissa Rose not get top billing? I realize that there are other people in this movie who had like more of a career than her at the time, and when I say that, I'm talking about Mike Kellen, who played the camp owner. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm sorry, even when they get to the kids, Jonathan Tiersten, who plays Ricky, is
He's
billed.
above her.
He is, and no offense, Jonathan. I love Jonathan, but it is such a crime
Yeah,
that Felissa Rose did not get top billing for this.
I didn't notice until we rewatched it that she doesn't get billed above Ricky. It seems strange in hindsight, considering what happens, at least towards the end.
2 things.
Two things. Let's go.
1, maybe because there was a point in the movie that they were trying to make it look like Ricky was the one
Mm,
orchestrating everything. That could be it. It could have been a little bit of misdirection.
mm.
No shade to Jonathan Tiersten. Look, he had a lot of screen time. I think he probably had just as much as Felissa Rose. I just love her so much. I just want her, like, number 1 on top of everything. 'Cause she deserves it. I don't know. This movie, I just wanna hug her, like, throughout the entire movie. People are bullying her, and I wanna hug her. People are throwing water balloons at her, and I wanna hug her. That bitch throws her in the water, and I wanna stab her.
People aren't paying attention while they're at the wheel of a boat
right?
and and just sailing towards her.
Well, that's how the movie opens. We have 2
Yeah.
kids playing with their dad on a windsurfer in a lake. We know that the boy's name is Peter, but they don't say the girl's name.
Do they not?
Here's where I'm confused. So,
Okay.
Frank Sorrentino plays young Peter Baker. Colette Lee Corcoran plays young Angela Baker.
Yeah.
But was her name Angela?
It must have been.
It's Aunt Martha who named Angela.
Yes.
So she makes it sound as though she has bestowed this name upon her.
Well, she didn't want another boy, you see? Like, we're skipping way ahead. I don't know what this start is.
I'm just saying I have a lot of questions about this. I don't think the girl's name was Angela.
Okay.
2 kids, a boy and a girl, Peter and question mark. They're playing with their dad in a lake when an annoying ass camper who's begging to drive this motorboat ends up,
What's her name?
I don't know. She doesn't
What's
have a
this?
name.
She does.
No.
This annoying character has a name.
What's her name?
Marianne or Marianne,
Fuck
one
you.
or the other.
Fuck you.
Once again, you're getting name dropped in a slasher movie you love.
That's fine. I'm not mad at it, except in this case, she's actually really annoying.
First, you're a questionable kisser, and now you're a questionable
Suck a
captain, I guess.
dick. Oh my god. Yes, okay, so the annoying camper that's begging to drive the motorboat, her name is Marianne, whatever.
She takes the wheel and she's just not looking where she's going pretty much the
Yeah,
whole time.
she takes the wheel, she's not paying attention, and the motorboat hits this dad and his 2 kids. And while we can see the dad is dead, he's in the water, his body is lifeless. We don't really know the fate of the 2 kids, who are both wearing life jackets.
Yeah.
All we see is one life jacket float up to the surface of the water, and it's got a little bit of blood on it. And all of this while a gentleman, presumably a friend of the family, we don't know at this point, stands on the shore looking absolutely horrified. Spoiler alert, dad is gay. That's his boyfriend, though. I don't have time to play games today.
And this whole time, that one girl that was, what's it called, that she was doing at the back of the boat?
The girl that was water skiing, she was being
Water
pulled by
skiing.
the motorboat.
Yeah. This whole time, she is screaming up a storm. Just
She's really
so
making it
loud.
about her.
Yeah, like, she has main character syndrome. These people just got wiped out, and she's really putting on a performance back there.
Yeah, it's very weird.
But we
Very
don't see
weird.
her again, so she made the most of it, I guess.
I
Get
hope
it
she's
out.
I hope she's still traumatized to this day.
Well, the way she was acting, she probably is.
Good, she deserves it. She's annoying. Maybe that's a little much, but
Oh, yeah.
I
But
can't. Oh my
then,
god.
8 years later, and we get maybe the greatest actress in the history of cinema as Aunt Martha.
Aunt Martha, she's definitely a bit of a weirdo.
Wouldn't do it all.
She's eccentric.
Just a little bit. Eccentrically dressed.
Yes.
Acts appropriately for the way she's dressed.
Yes.
She's just a big old weirdo, and we love that for her.
Desiree Gold, the late Desiree Gold as Aunt Martha. Very memorable character, but for me questionable in her because of her role
Yeah, she
in
may be the real villain when you think about it.
not the real villain. The real villain is the cook at the camp, but
We'll get to him.
look, I feel like it's kind of I don't know. Anyways, it's more to unpack when we get to the end. I love this movie, but there's a lot of story holes. But we are at
But
Aunt Martha's house, and Ricky and Angela are going to camp. Ricky and Angela are cousins, but Aunt Martha is treating Angela like her kid. So
yeah, she treats him like brother and sister, basically.
it's clear that Aunt Martha is Angela's guardian at this point.
Yeah.
So I guess the movie wants you to believe that the girl survived and Peter died.
Yeah, it's misdirection, but we know the truth. But at this point in the movie, you don't. But they're off to
No,
camp, and it's all going to work out. The one thing about horror movies is if you go to a camp, it's going to work out.
Aunt Martha's tied a string around her finger for some inexplicable reason and gives Ricky a bag of chips. That's what
Been
you call
there.
crisps, by the way.
Yeah, crisps. I know.
Do me a favor, say bottle of water.
Bottle of water.
You're doing that on purpose.
What bottle of water?
Water.
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 I don't really say water. I say water.
I know, that's underwhelming, that's why.
I'm sorry. Wow. Hey, my voice got positive responses after the first episode, actually. But whatever. Go
I
ahead.
never said this isn't about your voice, it's about your accent.
Bottle of water.
Say there's something in the water.
Something in the water. Is that better?
Yeah,
Love to
yeah.
please.
Awesome. So they get on the bus and leave for camp. The kids arrive at camp, and we get a particularly disturbing scene where it looks like hundreds of kids are disembarking these buses and running into the camp.
There's
And
so many of them.
this fat, greasy tub of shit cook
One of the grossest
is,
characters in horror history, for sure.
yeah, pretty much. His name is Artie. He's just kind of watching the kids arrive, talking about how their chickens are
Everything he
the
says is gross, that's what matters, and
that's what
pervy
matters.
and
Everything he
lecherous.
says is gross. He's a pervert, he's lecherous, and should be on some kind of watch list.
He may well be. Maybe they didn't check his references here. But the other cook's just laughing it up. He treats it like one big joke that his co-worker's clearly a pedophile.
Mm.
And that's James Earl Jones's dad playing the other character. Not the pedo, but his co-worker,
Ben.
Ben.
Yes, Cook Ben. That's wow, James Earl Jones's dad. Interesting.
Yeah.
Um, so
Similar voice as well.
yeah, that's well, you're not wrong about that actually.
Usually
Look,
right.
I don't wanna sit here and harp too much on the whole, like, unsavory aspect of this film, but you say that Ben's character is kind of laughing while the other one is making inappropriate comments.
Yeah.
There is a scene coming up that makes me uncomfortable, but I am happy that his involvement with the movie ends in the first act.
Yes, it's
Like,
minimal.
yeah. The only disappointing thing for me is that he doesn't die. Of all the people that die in this movie, he doesn't die. He's carried away and he's still alive. I
Well,
hope he
maybe.
died later at the hospital
Yeah.
painfully.
Yeah, maybe he died in agony a
I
few
hope
hours
so.
later. That's what we're hoping for.
But yes, he's just standing there watching the kids. He calls the kids farm fresh chickens or some shit. Anyways.
But
Yeah, he's gross. Ricky drops Angela off at her bunk. Angela's very quiet. We learn this very quickly. She doesn't speak. She's not even speaking to Ricky, like,
no,
at this point.
she's basically mute right now.
The scene with Aunt Martha, she doesn't speak. The first person that we see her speak to in this movie, that comes, like, in the middle of the movie, is one of Ricky's friends. Ricky drops her off at her bunk. He tells her that she'll be bunking with the girl he went steady with last year, Judy, who supposedly came back with, like, huge boobs. She goes into this cabin and meets Judy and Meg, who's a counselor, and they're just both bitches.
Yeah, they kind of bully her every chance they get. And it especially annoys them that she doesn't speak. It's going to be a
Yeah,
problem.
they pick up on the fact that she doesn't speak really quickly.
They're not sympathetic.
They're not. And then a few days later, we're in the dining hall. Angela's still sitting there, mute, refusing to eat. So Meg grabs Ronnie, I think Ronnie's kind of like, I want to say head counselor. He's not the owner, but he
No.
seems to be in some kind of position of power.
Yeah, he's an authority figure.
His wardrobe is top tier,
His
by the
tight
way.
fitting shirts and his tight fitting shorts. Like,
Yep.
he's on display a lot throughout this movie.
Yeah. But Meg goes to get him because Angela's still not eating. She hasn't eaten since she got there. She hasn't spoken since she's gotten there.
Watching a figure.
So not Artie, Jesus. So Ronnie takes Angela into the kitchen
So
to
she
see
can
if
pick out her own food.
yeah. And this makes the bitches even more angry because they think she's now getting special treatment.
Yeah, she's being a diva, really.
I
At least that's
mean,
how they see it.
she's just traumatized, guys. Come on.
I'm sure that food isn't good, so probably can't blame her for eating it.
Probably not.
Whenever I've been in a situation like this with communal eating, fortunately for me, it's only really been as an adult. So I just order my own food. But that's probably not an option in 1983 summer
I went
camp.
to camp. The food was good. Look, it wasn't like a Michelin star meal, but
It's raw, donkey.
we used to go into the woods and find our own sticks and roast hot dogs over the fire. Like,
Maybe a
for me,
squirrel.
no squirrels, no.
Okay.
For me, I have so many, and this might be why, like, summer camp slashers are my favorite subgenre. I have so many tangentially amazing memories attached to summer camp because I went, like, pretty much every summer throughout my childhood, probably up until I was 12 or 13. So all of these things I relate to, like, all of the games that they play, like Capture the Flag and, when they go swimming and when they go to the canteen and buy their candy. These are all things that I did, and, like, I have the best fucking memories of it. Because luckily for me, nobody stalked and killed me, but
Yeah,
the food, yeah, it wasn't
it's
great.
pretty lucky.
I remember one day they made us have pizzas. They made us make our own pizzas. They gave us, like, I think half an English muffin, some tomato sauce, and, like, cheese to sprinkle on it, and we put it in the fire, and that was pizza.
Lame.
It wasn't gourmet, but, like, as a kid, whatever. I didn't know any better, and so it's fine.
Okay.
But, when Ronnie takes Angela into the walk-in to see if Artie can make her something, that's when we get, like, our rock bottom moment of this movie, in my opinion.
Yeah, because he takes her into the pantry, I guess, and they're
Into the
alone.
walk-in.
Whatever you, it's the same thing. Come on now,
I think he took her into a fridge.
with food in it, therefore it's a pantry.
Pantry see, I don't know, pantry might mean something different where you're from. Where we're from, pantry means, like, dry food,
Okay.
like room temperature. Like, I have a pantry, and everything is room temperature, and it's full of non-perishables.
Okay.
I don't know. But what's important is that he takes her into a separate room to find her some food, and then proceeds to start unzipping his
Yeah,
pants.
he's trying to molest her basically, and still in mute mode, so she's not like calling out or anything. But fortunately, it doesn't go much further than that because Ricky bursts in and he sees what's happening, gets her the fuck out of there,
Yeah, well, not before Artie slams Ricky up against a wall and tells him not
and
to tell
threatens him.
anybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ricky folds. He says he won't tell. Kind of a bitch in that sense,
Well, when you're a kid, Ricky's scared. That's fair. But
but it's okay
Angela's
because this
okay.
cook
She's
snuck him.
unharmed. And later that day, somebody who's unseen, because again, it's like a whodunit.
Yeah,
Um, Artie's standing on a chair
pouring some water.
to see into this pot. I've never seen a pot like this in my entire life. It's like so deep, I feel like I could fit in it standing up and
Yeah,
you could put the lid on.
it's like a man-sized pot of boiling water that they're gonna put corn in
Yeah.
and
I don't
batch
get it.
cook some corn in it. Where would you empty this boiling water? You're not gonna pour that in the sink, are you?
I don't know. But
Get the colander
yeah,
out and
Artie is checking on this pot of boiling water, and he has to get on a chair to match the height of this pot, and it's when he's on the chair that somebody who's unseen grabs the chair and starts pulling it out from under him. It's quite
yeah.
entertaining watching him scream like a little bitch, I have to
Yeah, he's
say.
holding onto the shelf that's over the boiling water, screaming out, making his little threats to whoever's doing this.
He's screaming for help from Ben.
Yeah, I think it's established that it is a camper, but we don't know who
Well, it is because
because
we
he
do
calls
see
him
the
kid.
hand that grabs the chair, and I don't know whose hand this is.
It's not a big hairy knuckled hand like at the end of Friday the 13th.
It might have been Jonathan Tiersten. No, it's not,
Mm.
but I will say it's not a feminine hand. It doesn't look like it does not look like Felissa's hand to me. I don't know whose hand it was, but I feel like it was a boy's hand. And
Misdirection.
that kind of goes hand in hand with what the movie tries to make the audience believe once we get to the third act. Anyways, this kid succeeds, pulls the
Cool.
chair out from under this fat tub of shit, and fuck Artie. He gets covered in boiling water, and we get a really good physical scene, practical effects scene of him post burn, where like his skin is peeling and bubbling.
Yeah, it's so great, and he's reaching up with his hands, which are also burnt, just
Everything is burnt.
clawing at the air and screaming and screaming. No words, just screams, and it's beautiful to watch considering what this character is. Fuck this guy. He deserved all that pain and misery,
Oh, he didn't.
and hopefully a death later that day.
Hopefully.
I fear it wasn't fatal.
In the wake of this accident, the camp owner, Mel, seems to be concerned about one thing and one thing only, and that is PR. He does not want the kids to find out, and he does not want the parents to find out.
Yeah, if we gotta protect the image of the camp, can't have another Camp Blood now, can we?
Yeah,
This is Camp
exactly.
Arawak, bitches. It's different here.
So Mel then promotes Ben, James Earl Jones Sr., and his helpers. They're all promoted and
Sworn
given
to secrecy.
a bit of a pay raise in the wake of Artie's accident. And yeah, they're sworn to secrecy. So they're paid off with an extra $50 a week and $15 a week, respectively.
Oh yeah, big day for the Earl Jones family. Like,
And then it's time for them to cook dinner.
oh yeah. Do you think they cleaned out the pan, the saucepan,
I wouldn't have.
rinsed it maybe?
No, I kind of want my corn to cook in fucking that fat shit's tears. No, it's fuck Artie all the way. And then we're back in the boys' cabin, Ricky's cabin, where they're playing this game, Mind Over Matter,
Pete.
which is basically like a really long, complicated way of making one boy touch another boy's ass with his face.
Yeah, like I laugh so much at this. I need to grow up really.
It's
I
really
still
not that
find it funny.
funny.
I don't know.
It's really not
it's
that
just a
funny,
thing.
but I feel
It's
like
just a
it's something.
it's too.
But that's what I'm saying. I think you find it funny because you're a guy.
Yeah,
And
like
I will never understand. Like, I understand the basic principles of why it's funny. And also, I hope that guy wipes properly because,
for the other kid's sake. Yeah, he went full
well,
on
your
in there.
nose goes in the crack and ugh, no.
No, guys like doing stuff like that as kids. At
No,
least
but
we
a
did.
100%, and I get
Trust
that, but
games are so funny. It's like you'll convince someone to like fall backwards and then just step to the side.
my god, guys are assholes,
We are,
basically.
we are. Yeah, that's the takeaway from this movie.
Yeah,
Except
pretty
except for
much.
Ricky, guys are assholes.
I love Ricky. Ricky's got Angela's back. I gotta give him
Yes.
that. We're back with Ricky's bunk, and they're getting ready to go and play baseball
Oh
against
yeah.
a group of older boys. And we get the magic that is the crop top. I mean, we get crop tops all throughout this movie for men, by the way, I'll just specify.
Yeah.
But the crop tops are really off the chain in the baseball scene. I love this scene for two reasons. One is the crop tops, and then the second reason is
The shit talk.
the shit talk. We get one of the
Yeah.
greatest comebacks in cinematic history when Billy tells Ricky to eat shit and die. And Ricky just fucking owns him and tells him to eat shit and live. And isn't that
Classic.
worse?
It is. You've got to remember the taste,
Yep.
everything, everything associated with it. Rick's next level shit talker. The whole time he's just talking crap to these poor guys, like really
No,
getting in
it's
their heads.
awesome.
It's
Well,
so fun to watch.
they've put a bet on the game. And yeah, Ricky and his bunk, they end up winning. And I mean, they're the younger ones. So I think the older boys, the bigger boys, they're feeling a little bit
Emasculated,
emasculated. Yes, exactly.
same brain.
But, such a good scene. The wardrobe, I should go back and check who did the wardrobe for this movie, but whoever did the wardrobe styling for this movie, you are a fucking genius.
Yeah, I mean for the dudes at least.
Mm,
The girls kind of generic outfits.
no, but it's still so 80s, like that bathing suit that Judy wears near the end. But, like, the time capsule of all these clothing, her long, like, super long crimped hair, it's so 80s.
But I know you want crop tops to make a victorious return. I fear it won't happen.
I want crop tops for men to make a return, and somewhere out there is my soulmate, and he has a dad bod and will unabashedly wear a crop top just for the love of the game. And he will tell me my tits are stupendous. That man exists out there somewhere.
And he loves horror movies.
Well, fuck, he better. And Jason is his favorite.
You don't ask for much.
And he thinks the Black Coat's daughter is boring.
No, no. I've gone off him now.
Well,
You,
okay, well.
you kind of need me to like this guy as well.
What the fuck?
I'm going to be around. Like,
Oh my god.
don't be like, don't
That
talk about that
sounds like the
douchebag in my
big
presence.
That sounds like the beginning of a really creepy movie. I'm gonna be around. What
It's going to be like our version of The Fan.
oh, can we not?
I become obsessed with you and how to take out your boyfriend.
Oh my effing god. Alright.
There's just a problem with the Atlantic Ocean that I have to navigate first.
I mean, you can barely walk, how are you gonna swim?
I can't swim, really. I'm a weak swimmer.
Anyways, after the baseball game, everybody is gathered in the rec hall, and this group of I'm gonna call them douche bros, because like, the only name I really know is
That's fair.
Billy is, like, the main guy. Billy is the guy who told Ricky to eat shit and die, and Kenny's the one
Yeah.
who, in a few minutes, is about to go for a late-night canoe ride. But the others, I don't know their names, so they're just the douche bros to me.
Yeah.
But they
Kenny's not a good
decide
name to have.
no. The douche bros decide they want to invite Angela for a late-night swim because 'cause they're all going for a late night they're going for a swim. The part that they're not telling her is that it's a skinny dip.
Yeah.
But she's not talking. She refuses to talk, so they start to make fun of her until Ricky yet again intervenes. Ricky is just top tier.
Yeah. He's heroic.
He
I mean, to
is.
a point. He'll back down if a big burly man throws him against the wall, but other than that,
Right?
he's pretty good.
So
He's
Ricky
strategic.
gets removed from whatever this event is. Looks like a social gathering. I don't know, but
Yeah. You're not going to be skinny dipping with a bunch of dudes, Ricky.
well, he wasn't planning on skinny dipping with them, but after he starts yelling at the douche bros, I guess his bunk counselor or whatever. See, his name I don't know, but he removes him from the premises. So his friend Paul and him and Ricky go way back, like 3 whole years.
That's a long time.
Paul decides
Same as
to,
us.
something like that. Yeah.
It's 3 or 4 years now.
Closer to 4 now.
You
4
put
in
up with me for a
February.
while.
Oh, fuck.
And it does
Before
feel
we
like
know
a long
March
time,
before
doesn't it?
March. I mean, do you wanna open that can of worms?
No, let's move on.
I thought so. But, his friend Paul decides to sit with Angela and chat with her. He says he's sorry for what happened to her family. Doesn't really elaborate. I'm guessing this is in reference to the motorboating accident. We don't get much more insight as to what happened to her family. Paul says goodnight to Angela when it's time to go, and to everybody's surprise, Angela says it back to him. It's the first time she speaks in the movie.
Yeah, it's like the greatest thing that's ever happened to her.
And she's got this, like, sweet little voice. I love her.
No,
Okay, no, don't do that. Ew.
good night.
Stop it.
Good night.
My fucking god.
Okay, I'll stop. I can't do it like her. We've
I can't
established
even
that
do it
now.
like her. I'm not gonna try, but no, she's got this, like, sweet little voice, and she says goodnight, and we're all very shocked.
Mm.
And so is Judy, who happens to notice that she's all of a sudden gotten kinda chatty. So the boys go skinny dipping, and Kenny goes for a moonlight canoe ride and takes some chick named Leslie with him. We have no idea who she is, no introduction to Leslie prior to this.
Yeah, she's just there for a minute, and then she's not.
Yeah, she's just there until he starts making jokes about water snakes and snapping turtles and then tips the canoe. Can I ask in the comments, and this is a question for all of you creatures with a penis, what the fuck is it about tipping boats? Somebody please fucking explain this to me.
It's kind of fun to troll sometimes, I guess. I
Fun to.
wouldn't I wouldn't tip a canoe. I've been on, what are they called? Oh my god, I'm blanking. Cable cars. Been on a
Yes,
cable car before and sort of trolled someone that was scared.
but
I'd be like, just think how old this cable is and how much, how many cable cars have gone up and down, and this cable must be getting worn down at least a little bit. Been told to shut up and
what the
all
hell
that.
is that sound?
That's fireworks.
Oh my god, bonfire night?
Bonfire night was a few days ago, but because it's the weekend, these idiots have to keep setting them off.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the issue at this time of year,
Well,
unfortunately.
the background noise on today's episode of The Body Count Continues is brought to you by Guy Fawkes Day. I'll let you Google that.
V for
No, but
Vendetta is a decent movie.
listen, it's clear in this scene, Kenny has taken Leslie out in the canoe because he wants some kind of physical payoff.
Yeah, I don't know what the end game is supposed to be, tipping the canoe.
Is there something, I guess my question is there a point in like a boy's life where he is taught or inadvertently led to believe that somehow scaring a girl will entice her to take her clothes off?
Or have that drilled into me.
Or maybe it's just like the whole thing of like boys being stupid enough to think that trolling is the way to get into somebody's pants.
Maybe.
Which
I
is
mean,
not
when
the
I w
case, by the
when I
way.
was trolling that one girl, it was just for the sake of trolling. I wasn't looking for anything. Which in a
No,
way,
but
it's
you
better.
know, I can't even say you know what I mean. I think women will understand. Literally,
But it doesn't work out for Kenny anyway. That's the point.
no, it doesn't.
Lesson learned, guys.
He tips the canoe and Leslie swims away.
She
And we
gets the
don't,
fuck out of there.
yeah, she gets the fuck out of there. And we don't see who, but somebody else is out there. We just see Kenny going, "What are you doing here?"
Yeah. We see the back of their head, but you can't really
Similar
tell who it is.
to Steve Christie when he sees Pamela in Friday the 13th. Oh, so he knows who this person is.
A canoe gets tipped in that movie too.
Yeah. And we see the back of the head. No.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, yes. Okay, yes. No, you're right. Sorry. My brain fart. Wow.
It's okay. I know that movie a bit better than you, so it's fine.
Okay, calm down. Walk before you run, baby.
I'll try.
So we know it's somebody that he recognizes, but we don't know who it is. And he dies. And then the next morning, this lifeguard finds Kenny under the canoe, dead, with a snake protruding from his mouth.
Appropriate.
It's a really good scene. First of all, the prosthetic of Kenny's head is one of the best prosthetics I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's very good. It's a great image.
It's a great image, the snake, everything. Everything about it is good, but whenever you see a prosthetic, like you know the prosthetic of Janine Taylor's head from the first Friday the 13th, Marcy?
Yeah.
We've seen that prosthetic many times before. That picture is all over the internet. It's a picture of her next to her prosthetic, and she's making the exact same expression. And you can tell it's like the real version and the Timu version. I love practical effects, I love prosthetics, but you can usually see them a mile away. This one was so well done, and probably to this day one of the better, like, prosthetics of somebody's likeness that I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good practical work in this movie.
Yes. When you're trying to make a replica of somebody's head, I think that has to be the hardest thing to do as a special effects
Yeah.
engineer. That's what I would think anyways. But, yet again, Mel is more concerned about keeping these accidents under wraps, doesn't want the parents to know.
Well, he has to let Kenny's parents know, but
Yes.
he wants it hush hush still from everyone else. And a cop even says that he thinks the cause of death here was drowning, which I don't know how you arrive at that conclusion so quick.
I mean, we're
Mel
talking about
latches onto that.
Mel is the one who is really hammering it home that this was just an accident. This was just an accident. So I don't think the cop is stupid. I think Mel is kind of bullying everybody into thinking this is just an accident. He's trying to convince himself too. Let's go play capture the flag.
Play volleyball too. We've got some volleyball coming up.
Well, Angela's not playing, but her bunk
No,
is playing volleyball, and she's
maybe
just
she's
sitting
a
there. And
sub.
Paul stops by to chat with her and invites her to watch a movie with him.
At the rec hall, who needs a canoe when you've got a movie screening? That'll work.
Meg complains that if she doesn't want to play, she's to sit there quietly and not chat with boys.
Yeah, you hussy.
I think they're just jealous of the attention Angela's getting.
Wait,
After the movie, Paul walks Angela back to her bunk where
kisses her.
he surprises her with a kiss, catches her a little bit off guard. Like, I don't think Paul is a dick at this point. Like, he does some things after. I don't think he's a dick. He seems really nice. He seems to like Angela, but the whole, like, I have a surprise for you and kissing her,
It's an experience.
don't do that. To everybody out there, don't ever tell a woman to close her eyes and then kiss her. Unless you've already kissed her before. Don't ever do that to a woman for a first kiss
Yeah,
because
it's quite an odd thing to do.
there's a consent issue there. And then he asks her for a second one. And like when we were watching, I brought this up. I was like, wait, so he asks permission for the second kiss, but not the first.
Yeah, it's that's the first one, bro.
And even when he asks her, he doesn't really wait for her answer. He just asks for another one and then goes in for a second kiss. And you can
This
tell
guy.
she's kind of taken aback by the whole thing. Says she has to go to bed. And it's around this time that Ricky is shooting his shot with Judy.
And striking out.
She wants nothing to do with him. She's all about the older boys this year.
Yeah, he's out of her league now.
Whatever. I
He
have to
gets rejected.
disagree. You know what? He looks after his cousin, he defends her, he's got a potty mouth, like, he's calling people cocksuckers. I don't know, I just love Ricky. He's such an icon. And the wig. Anyways, we'll get to that.
We'll get to the wig later. That was a great shot.
Yeah.
You
I
had
would
to
just like
laugh.
to say, like, this is queer horror. You don't want to agree with me,
Sure,
that's okay. The boys in
I
Bunk
agree.
19 are so fucking queer coded. They're always like dogpiling on each other, and I don't mean that in a bad way. They're always touching each other. Mind over matter. Put your face in my ass. Like
There's some cream for you.
crop tops. One of them wears like a fishnet top at one point. Yeah, here's some whipped cream for you. Knife play. It's very queer coded. But only the boys. The women in this movie absolutely hate each other. And the boys, I think they just all secretly want to fuck each other.
Just like real life.
Right? I hope so. We're back the next day, we're back on the beach, and Meg is just casually assaulting Angela for refusing to go swimming and refusing to speak
Yeah, she shakes her and shouts in her face.
until Ronnie comes up and intervenes.
What she's doing is sitting
I
there like,
love the
damn.
80s, man. Back when you could rough people out, no consequences. But yeah, and she just assaults her. She's still at this point, Angela still has not spoken to anybody except for Paul. We haven't even seen her speak to Ricky. We haven't seen her speak to Ronnie. Only Paul. And mind you, when she speaks to Paul, it's not like she does it in this secretive way. Like she speaks when other people are around. She just
Yeah.
will not speak to them. But we're back at the bunk after Meg's assault, and Judy is pissed off because Meg has gotten in trouble. And she blames Angela. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, Angela's took the fault for everything in this movie, apparently. And to Megan, Judy
Right?
goes in
Judy,
on her.
my God, Judy has a fucking go at her. She's a carpenter's dream, flat as a board, easy to screw.
She says she needs a good screw. You're misremembering.
Maybe I'm misremembering.
Proud as a border needs a good screw.
This luckily, when Judy is, like, going off on her little bitch tirade, one of the other counselors just fucking cold cocks her across the face, open palm bitch slap. Love to see it.
Yeah, I forget her name, the girl that did it.
The complaint department. I don't even think we get her name. Like, it's hard when you have a movie with so many kids. But yeah, when Meg introduces herself to the bunk at the beginning of the movie, she points to this girl and says, "And this is the complaints department." But good on you for slapping Judy. We love to see it. Angela decides to leave amidst all this fracas.
Yeah, it's a lot,
And she's just going for a nice little walk. She's going to look for Ricky
but not for long.
because the older boys are on the roof playing with water balloons. They're having a water balloon fight, and they hit her with one. So then Ricky loses his shit again.
Yeah,
We get the potty mouth.
screams and threatens them and everything.
Yeah.
Good old Ricky.
I love how hard he goes for Angela. But Mel sees the whole thing. And he berates the boys with the water balloons because they could have taken her eye out, or she could have caught pneumonia or some shit. Like,
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of more dangerous for them to be fucking around with the balloons on the roof of a building than
right?
it is to throw a water balloon at somebody else, but I digress.
That's what I
They
think too.
could easily slip and just break their neck or something.
Thank you.
Get Santa Claused.
So he punishes these boys, but he also punishes Ricky for his potty mouth.
Yeah, you don't want to be rude, do you,
Well,
Ricky?
everything that Ricky said is true. So you know what? Maybe leave Ricky alone.
Yeah, Mel. Is this where the seed gets planted in Mel's head that maybe Ricky's doing all this killing?
Yeah, this is the beginning of, I think, Mel thinking that Ricky is the murderer. Because as much as he's trying to downplay, you know what? Actually, I don't think so. Not yet.
Okay.
I think
I
that
think it's
comes.
coming up soon,
I think that comes after the next death scene.
which is probably your favorite scene for reasons which are obvious. Involves
Yes.
the toilet.
In case anybody,
Doesn't understand.
is wondering, Evil loves the Death Toilet franchise. So if any of you at any point are rewatching Death Toilet, watching it for the first time, or sharing any Death Toilet content, please don't forget to tag at Evil Scream with a 4 instead of an A. He loves it. It's his franchise.
I think you're misleading people here because
Kiss my ass. I'm
the way I
rewriting history the way you rewrote it when you started this fucking lie.
the way I remember it is that people start associating you with this franchise,
The
which you
way I
watched every
remember
filming, by the way.
the way
I haven't.
okay, yeah,
You get pussy
because
about it.
you're a fake cinephile. The
Toilet
way I
Queen
remember it
514.
is I watched a few fucking movies on Tubi, and you tried to make it my franchise. No, 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 no.
People
I just
tattooing
watched
it.
a movie. Why can't fucking Titanic 666 be my movie? I watched that too. I watched Snakes Out of Compton. Like,
You're a Deaf
I've
Toilet
watched
Girl, sorry. That's your franchise.
The Black Coat's Daughter is doo-doo.
Whoa. This because she
Yeah.
took a shower instead of a shit.
I can hurt you just as easily as you can hurt me. Mutually assured destruction. So be
That's the way the
nice.
podcast's gonna end eventually.
No, like, so I think before this next death scene, Mel is trying to convince everybody around him and himself that all of, like, these are all accidents
Yeah.
for financial reasons. I think after the next death is when he starts believing that he has a murder. Well, he says it afterwards when he's talking to Ronnie. Somebody says the word murderer, but the older boys are going to play baseball against some other counselors, but Billy first needs to take a wicked dump. His words,
Oh,
not
yeah.
mine. I mean, gross. Could have just said, "I'll catch up with you."
Yeah, that just you don't need
I
to give
love how
people
boys just
details.
insist on telling you, like, yeah, sure, but it can't just be like in a minute. It's like, no, I gotta poop. I gotta take a shit. I gotta go drop a deuce. Like, okay, nobody asked. Literally nobody
like
fucking
Joe Grizzly
asked. I remember Joe Grizzly, and you know what? He is the exception.
and
Because what does he say? What's the
something like
line?
that. I don't remember the exact line. Like,
Dude.
it's very specific delivery that Ken Furry has.
Hey, buddy, just to give you a heads up, I got a Taco Supreme talking back at me, so I'm gonna be a while. Do you mind waiting somewhere else and let me pass this beast in peace?
Pete
Oh my God.
Cinema.
talking back at me. Look, brother, if you're looking for some kind of action, you better take it on the arches before I'm done dropping this load, or you're gonna be one sorry a-hole.
We love Big Joe Grizzly.
Okay, you just hold on, Daisy. I've got something for you. Let me introduce myself. I'm Joe Grizzly, bitch, and I'm gonna cut that goddamn mask right off your face, you dead. Stabbed, dead, done. No, but that delivery, I'll give him. Joe Grizzly is the coolest, right?
But this guy
Like,
isn't.
I gotta take, and I quote verbatim, I gotta take a wicked dump first. Wicked dump? Like, okay. Is that like the poop you take after you go watch an Ariana Grande movie?
I was gonna say, okay, Ariana Grande, calm down now.
No, Joe
A
Grizzly,
wicked
yeah.
jump. I mean, these are long movies, so maybe after it is finished, you do have to head to the toilets.
Oh, maybe a wicked dump is less about the quality of the dump, but more
Maybe.
about the length of time you've been holding it in.
Perhaps it's prairie doggy. He starts dumping, but gets interrupted.
He starts to dump,
We
take
don't
his
hear any
wicked dump.
plops or anything though, but
No, but
it's what he's supposed to.
some very resourceful person, I have to say. Angela is very resourceful. I
Yeah,
say some person, like y'all know it's Angela.
yeah,
Angela is very fucking resourceful. She finds a bee's nest and she gets it like on a stick and she throws it into the stall
yeah. After blocking the door off,
where after blocking the door, where he's taking his wicked dump. And
the smell only makes the bees angrier.
right? And he's screaming for somebody to help him. And like, I have two questions. One, well, the first question that came up when we were doing our rewatch, why didn't you just crawl under the stall and get out?
Yeah, like even if the door's blocked, you've got space.
Why didn't you kick it? Like
Yeah,
a ball, kick it like out from under the stall. But he just sits in the stall screaming like a little bitch, which I kind of enjoy. I'm not gonna lie.
not the bees.
And then we get this great shot of his corpse, and he's got all these pustulating sores like all over him, and the bees are just covering his face, and he's
Yeah,
dead.
yeah, he's gone.
You know, he got Macaulay Culkin.
Can't see without his glasses.
Actually, no, Macaulay Culkin got billied, I guess, because this movie
Yeah, this
came
came
first,
first.
but he can't see without his glasses. Stop it. I'm gonna cry. Don't.
It's the only thing I remember from that movie. That he died and he couldn't see without his glasses.
Now Mel is in panic mode, and he's convinced that a murderer is around.
Yeah, he's finally convinced.
He's finally convinced,
I mean,
and
it couldn't have been the bees that killed the other people, so
no. Maybe the bees are like Africanized and they're the murderers. I don't know. But he's convinced there's a murderer around. I don't think this is when he starts to suspect Ricky. I think that's coming up shortly, but he's definitely of the mind that this is happening intentionally. He's being set up, sabotage, whatever you want to call it. And Ronnie mentions this is so funny to me. Mel asks Ronnie how many campers they have left.
yeah. And
And
what does
Ronnie
he say?
says like 15 or 16 or something.
Yeah, when we saw dozens at the start.
I mean, I would say hundreds, just kids pouring off these buses. We've seen 3 deaths, and all of a sudden, there's 15 campers left.
There's been an off-screen massacre that we're not privy to.
Exactly.
No, we lost all the other kids.
Ronnie
They're
says
not
that they're
dead. We
gonna.
just can't find them.
Exactly. So Ronnie decides that they're gonna consolidate the bunks with the remaining campers, the very few campers, which basically the only ones that are left now are Ricky, Angela, Paul, Judy, and Meg. Meg's a counselor, and some very young children, which we'll see after. But Paul and Angela are on the beach.
They're frolicking.
They're frolicking, they're being all cute, they're kissing, and she seems into it at this point, at least. And we see all of a sudden Paul is going for the buttons on her shirt. And the second he does this, we flash back to Angela and her brother, or Angela and her sister, spying on their dad when he is in bed with a man.
Yeah, the guy from the beginning, right?
Yes. So and this is when she jumps up, she pushes Paul away and she runs. I feel like there's so much to unpack there. Because
Yeah,
and this is part of what I have questions about. She's clearly into Paul. He's the first one she's spoken to. He was nice to her from the beginning. She spoke to him, and even though their first kiss got off to a less than consensual start, at the beginning of this scene, she's genuinely having fun with him, and she's
good.
kissing him. Consensually, she's kissing him, and she seems to be enjoying it. But then the second he goes for her shirt, obviously, at the end, we find out that physically she's male from the neck down. Um, so, like, yeah, questions. Does she scream and push him away because she's scared of him seeing what's under her blouse? Does she scream and push him away because of something that she associates with this memory of her dad with a man?
Yeah, I guess she's seen a parallel between that and her and Paul
This isn't
somehow. That's the way I see
Yeah.
it.
It's not really explained beyond that. I think it's a little bit up to interpretation. And look, this
Yeah,
is
there's a vagueness.
yeah, and look, this is supposed to be a fun watch, it's a fun slasher movie. So when you start to get into these themes, it gets a little bit more serious. But this is one of the questions that I've always wanted answered.
First
Like,
we lolled, then we serious.
is I wish to have like a better understanding of her relationship with Paul or whatever you want to call it. Because again, she seems into him, but then she doesn't. And in the next movies, Angela is always portrayed as having no sexual appetite. In the third movie, there is a guy who kind of tries to get close to her, and she's not into it. Like I said, she seems into Paul. I'm just curious why she ran away from him. It's one of the questions that lingers in my mind, but alas, she does. And then the next day, everybody's playing capture the flag. Paul tries to talk to Angela and she pushes him away, and he gets angry at her. And this is where his character starts to turn for me. He's a dick. He
Yeah,
starts being a
it's all
dick.
downhill from here.
But he gets angry at her, and Judy arrives to console him.
She swoops on in.
And I just picture John Lovett's wedding singer. You're going crazy, and I'm reaping all the benefits. That's like one of my favorite things in any movie ever. And yeah, Judy arrives like John Lovett's like, okay, Angela's going bat shit. I'm going to swoop in. And Ricky, this is when we finally see Angela talk to Ricky. He asks Angela for help to catch the flag and end the game because she doesn't want to play anymore. So she
Yeah, they
agrees to help,
strategize. He's a real
right?
general, is Ricky.
Exactly. General Custer, this guy.
Well,
Well,
it didn't work out for
General Custer's got nothing on Ricky.
well, General Custer died in the end, so
Oh, there you go. Ricky didn't.
maybe he's more of a General Grant.
Maybe.
He's gonna win
But
this war,
Angela agrees to help him, and
defeat
in
that
doing
old bastard.
so
Generally,
oh my
Grant's better.
god. Angela agrees to help him, and in doing so, she catches Paul and Judy kissing in the woods.
Shocking. He hit one roadblock and just took a whole detour.
Yeah. So he chases
Douche.
after Paul chases after Angela. Ricky walks up on the whole thing, tells Judy she's a real bitch, walks away. And then Paul catches up with Angela later on the beach to apologize. And it seems pretty sincere until Judy walks up and informs her that Paul called her a prude. Douchebag confirmed.
Yeah, like he was really spilling there for a minute.
He was. And I think what's so interesting about this scene is she remains silent.
Yeah, she's gone back into a shell after all this, I think.
She's not She's not insulting him, she's not yelling at him, she's not calling him names. She's just her punishment is just that. She's retreated back into her shell. She let her guard down with him, and he repaid it by being a prick. So she's just very subtly punishing him by choosing not to acknowledge him, which I think pisses him off.
Sure.
But whatever. He leaves and Meg arrives.
It's more bullying time.
More bullying. Just as Mel approaches Ricky, and this is when he's kind of questioning him, just as Meg grabs Angela and throws her in the water. And Ricky starts going batshit
Yeah,
again.
Meg and Judy double team Angela for this to throw her in the
Well,
water.
Judy's kind of just taunting
Yeah.
her. And when Ricky sees this, he starts losing his shit again. And when he tries to go and help her, Mel physically restrains him from doing so and demands to know why he's always there when his cousin's in trouble. Like, why do you always got to get involved?
And he
And
starts accusing him being
it's a
the
bit of
killer,
a weird
essentially.
take. Like, why do you care that your cousin's getting bullied? You
Yeah,
for
like,
real, bro?
isn't the answer self-evident? Like, you answered your
Seriously.
own question.
But nevertheless, Angela gets thrown in the water. And Mel's kind of
That's
getting
gonna
rough with
stain.
Ricky. Yeah. But finally Ronnie comes up and knocks some sense into Mel. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Yeah, Ronnie's the unsung hero of this movie. He's always on the
Yep.
right side of history.
He is. And then Ricky pulls Angela out of the water. And this is where Ricky says, don't worry, Angela. Everyone's going to pay. They're all going to pay. It's very ominous. And I think
Yeah.
this is when the movie, not just Mel, the movie takes the viewer in the direction of like, you need to start looking at Ricky.
Yeah.
Uh,
We need to start looking at Mel as well. with the information that's about to come up.
Well, we're looking at Mel for different reasons. We're looking at Mel for the same reasons we're looking at that fuck-ass cook.
I know,
Mind
right?
you
Here
mind
comes the
you,
real twist.
Meg and to his credit, if Meg is a counselor, she would at least be 18.
Yeah, but still, there's a gap
So,
here.
there's a gap and he's her boss,
It's a
grooming, all
big gap.
that.
Yeah.
But Meg gets the night off, and just as one of her coworkers, this counselor who we've not seen for the entire movie, by the way, just some
Mhm.
random counselor is told that he has to take a group of young kids on a trip in the woods, sleeping under the stars, that type of thing. He's not happy about it. Meg is happy to have the night off, though. You know why?
Because you can spend it with an old man.
She's got plans
Yeah.
to go to Mel's for dinner. If you've ever seen this movie and no shade to Mike Kellen, but, like, if you know what Mel looks like,
Yeah.
what
He's not
and
at his peak, and Meg's not a bad-looking girl, so I
no, but
don't know what's
it like,
happening
I
here.
could understand if, they had her having, like, gold digger energy and he had money. He runs a decrepit summer camp that's hanging on by a thread, by the way, because of all these deaths. And she's this young, nubile, gorgeous. She's Catherine Camhi is gorgeous. So, yeah, I don't understand what she sees in him unless this is, like, some ploy to get more days off because if she's banging the boss, like, I don't know. It's so weird to me, but yeah.
But yeah, the movie doesn't really elaborate beyond that. They
And
just
it's the
having a
first
date.
time in the movie that you see anything between them. Like, at least if there had been
Yeah, it's completely out of left field.
some buildup of, like, you see, like, something maybe that's flirty. No, there's none of that. It's just, "Hey, can I come by your place for dinner?" "Okay."
I'll
It's
bake a
random,
potato.
right? So she decides to go take a shower.
Hell yeah, it's gotta smell good for him.
She's humming in the shower. I don't even know what she's humming,
It's just a random tune.
but
It
it's
can't be
so weird.
licensed.
No, it's not licensed, but, like, at least sing in the shower, bitch. Like, it's such
Yeah,
a
don't
weird
hum.
scene.
Like, it's never occurred to me to hum in the shower.
No, me neither. The humming doesn't last long because the killer stabs her through the shower wall.
Yeah, it's a pretty
It's
strong
so good.
blade.
Strong blade and a strong hand.
Mm.
Somebody with upper body strength, at
Yeah, because
least.
she gets stabbed right through the back, and then he drags the blade down her back. Quite gnarly.
She's dead. And then the killer goes to, like, rinse the knife in the shower, and as somebody who has, like, a wicked case of OCD, especially when it comes to cleanliness, dude does a really shitty job of rinsing off the knife, and it makes me twitch.
Yeah, I mean, there's still visible blood on the blade when he's done rinsing.
Yeah, it just bugs me.
Turns the water off at least, though, so consider it. Mel's got enough problems without an excessive water bill.
We love a killer that cares about consumption.
That one slasher killer who's too woke.
But, we're at the social, which I guess is, like, a fancy way of
At the waterfront.
say a dance in the rec hall, and Paul is harassing Angela. Like, he will not leave
He's
her the
just,
fuck alone.
he is a real pest at this point.
Like, you're a man whore, and you kissed, like not only did you kiss someone else, go ahead, kiss somebody else. Do you have to kiss the person who's making I don't know if Angela could be called his girlfriend at this point, but, like, just for the sake of this conversation, the one person you decide to kiss has been bullying your girlfriend all summer long.
Yeah.
Like, you made some choices, bro.
Yeah. Like,
Mm.
pick anyone else apart from
Exactly.
Meg. Don't pick Meg.
But he wears her down because Angela tells him to meet her at the waterfront after the social.
Famous line.
The other iconic line from this
Yeah.
movie. I think
You
the most
lighting
ic
up.
Yes, I am.
I need to get
Sorry.
beer.
But so iconic. Ricky is in bed, he's sick, so he didn't go to the social. Judy is in her cabin with a boy making out.
Yeah, he's sick from the food, right?
Well,
So maybe that cook had one thing going for him, but like the food's gone downhill since he got boiled.
the food's
I
gone
think I think
downhill.
I think it's addressed later.
Well, he said dinner was shit,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Context clues, Marianne.
sorry, my apologies, I failed you.
Don't let it
Judy's
happen again, or else
calm down, whoa.
put an ad out for a podcast co-host and an editor, because I don't want to do that part.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much to add because you just summed it up nicely, and
You're a workhorse.
my god.
I let you do your thing. I don't want to stunt you.
I'm workhorse. Oh my god, I'm so fucking exhausted. Judy decides to stay in her cabin while the social's going on. She's with a boy, they're making out. Boy quickly jumps under the bed when Mel arrives
Because he's
to
looking for
ask
Meg.
yeah, to ask Judy where Meg is. And Judy tells her that she was gone to take a shower, hasn't seen her since.
Hey, by
So
the
he
way, you're
goes,
50 years older than her. Why do you care where she is?
well, he's the
She doesn't
boss.
say that part.
No. But she also doesn't know who Meg's date was with.
Oh,
So
does she not know that? Okay.
no, because when she's going to get ready for her date, she tells Judy that she has a date, and Judy asks with who, and she was like, "It's a secret or some shit." I don't know, but no, Judy doesn't know. But I mean, I do wonder if Judy suspects.
Yeah,
But Mel goes looking for Meg, and the boy crawls out from under Judy's bed, and he decides to leave. He's scared of Mel catching him.
pussy.
That's pretty much Judy's take on it. And this is when Mel finds Meg's body in the shower, and he decides, like, on the spot that Ricky is guilty. He's like, I had him.
Yeah.
I had him, and I let him go. I'm sorry, Meg. I'm going to get him for you. He has, like, this
I'm
unhinged
gonna
moment.
avenge you.
Yeah, he was all in on this 19-year-old camp counselor. Holy shit. It's came out of nowhere, right?
That was the love of his life right there. Just taken away from him.
Was it?
Now she's got a fucking zipper on her back.
God. It's such, again, another great effect. The effects are fucking
Yeah, I mean,
top tier.
it's not as gory as something like the burning or anything, but the actual prosthetics are really nicely done.
Yeah, they took a lot of care in that department. Even Meg's dead body, as you said, with the zipper on her back, it looks amazing. So yeah, Mel is off to hunt Ricky.
Do you know what else looks amazing though? This upcoming shot of a character standing in the doorway of Judy's cabin.
Yes. So somebody knocks on Judy's door, tells him to come in, and the door opens. And what we see, I guess what we see is open to interpretation. I feel like I feel like what we see is a Rorschach test, and everybody's going to have a different answer. What I see is somebody who looks a lot like Ricky. It is Ricky. It's Jonathan
Yeah.
Tiersten. And it looks like he's in a wig, except he's not in a wig. It looks like somebody is standing behind him, and that somebody has longer hair.
It's a weird, funny looking shot. Like,
It
it's
is.
basically Ricky with Angela's hair, but the way it's done is so funny. It's goofy.
I need to fucking get a screen grab of that. It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's like Tom
You
Savini
laughed
as
out loud
Brenda.
when that scene came up.
Every time. It's like Tom Savini as Brenda, or it's like Pamela with her hairy knuckles. It's what's her name from part 8, 7, part 7 gets thrown out a window, and you can see the very muscular male stunt double used
Yeah.
as she falls.
It's one of those moments.
I love that stuff. That's just peak 80s. You don't see that anymore. I feel like people would laugh at that. People with a sense of humor, anyways.
I mean, you got a couple of dodgy stunt doubles in AHS 1984 that I remember.
I like studio movies now. They want everything streamlined. They want
Yeah.
everything perfect. And you have all these like
It's good to be flawed sometimes. Be cheesy.
but studios don't want to do shit like this anymore because people will rip it to shreds. People like me and you who laugh at, Ricky looking so sketchy. We have such a good time with it. It's funny. It's just so silly and out of place. And yeah, like it could be more polished. Yeah, you could have done more. But I think it's so funny that somebody in editing saw this and thought, this is awesome. Final cut.
Print it. We're not
Well,
going to top that.
but this is pushing the narrative of like Ricky is guilty.
Yeah. He's got a mean right hook as well. Because he
Yes, because
KOs.
he enters Judy's bunk, and by the way, she never identifies him as Ricky.
But you, that kind of thing
It's
again.
you, like, yeah. So, anyways, if they were trying to push the Ricky narrative, she would be like, "What do you want, Ricky?" But no, we get more, "Oh, it's you." And yeah, mean right hook. And we get
Pillow over the face.
one of the most interesting kills. Sadistic. It's so sadistic. But when you look at everything she's done throughout the entire movie, it's also kind of deserved. But yeah, she was curling her hair. So our killer takes the curling iron, and I don't even know how to put it. Our killer inserts a curling iron and kills her by burning her from the inside. I think it's such an interesting kill because, yeah, the pillow's over her face, and the second the curling iron goes in, you see her hands and she's reaching up, very much actually like the cook did
Yeah.
at the beginning of the movie, like just kind of a visceral physical response. And
I mean, it is pretty visceral.
she's screaming. I mean, the pillow's still over her face, but she's screaming. But the best part about this scene for me personally is the sizzling sound. Chef's kiss. Mwah. Like just a very gentle, like sizzling sound in the background. You kind of have to listen for it, but it's really nice.
Yeah, it is good.
We love atmosphere in a horror movie. It's so atmospheric.
Well, you didn't love atmosphere last week, but okay.
A good atmosphere. Are you going to harp on this forever? I
Yes.
watched the movie. I talked about it for like 2 hours. I did
I'm
good.
holding a grudge.
A grudge. All right. Well, I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say.
Anyway, the little camping retreat's gone south.
Yes, the poor bastard who had to take the young kids out into the woods. He has to bring 2 of them back because they're whining like little diaper demons that they're cold. And this is
Uh,
a theme in this movie. Why? Explain it.
I mean, I don't know. They've got sleeping bags. They just need to like cozy up in the sleeping bag and stop being little bitches.
But even earlier with the water balloons, Mel's like somebody's going to catch a cold or catch
Yeah,
pneumonia.
summer camp.
They're at a summer camp in upstate New York.
You're not going to get pneumonia. You're not
This
cold.
is a summerween movie. Well, that's it. And these little demons are wearing pajamas, they're in sleeping bags, and they're all curled up next to a big ass campfire.
I
Why
mean,
are you cold?
yeah, the whiny. I guess it works out for those two kids in the end because
And the counselor.
they get returned to the cabin. He comes back and finds the rest of them dead, mangled in the sleeping bags.
Fuck
So
them kids.
yeah, like yeah, they're done for. Yeah, this poor guy. And this was our introduction to this character, wasn't it? He has to take them out for this camping trip, and it's just been nothing but shit for this guy since we met him.
Well, that's exactly what I was saying earlier. It's like you haven't seen him throughout the whole movie. I mean, maybe he was hanging out in the background of a couple of scenes, something for me to look out for on my next rewatch. But
Yeah,
yeah, when he's
maybe it was
told
there
he
the
has
whole
to
time.
take these little kids out into the woods, for me, that's the first time I'm seeing him. I don't even know his name. Maybe they said it. I think
I
they
think it's
did.
Eddie.
Yeah, I think it is Eddie. But yeah, all the little kids are dead.
Tough night for him.
Tough night for him.
We're in the end game now, though, for the movie. The home
But
stretch.
is it a tough night for him? I mean, he survived.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, he gets a
that's
little
one way to
therapy.
look at
He'll
it.
be okay.
Yeah. You know who won't be okay, though?
Who?
Ricky, because he's about to get bitch slapped and dominated.
Ricky arrives at the end of the social after being sick in bed most of the day, and he wants some food. He's hungry. One of the counselors lets him run inside, and he grabs some candy, and Mel grabs him on the way out. And yeah, gives him a good thrashing.
Yeah, like he's fully convinced that Ricky's the killer, and he's not even going to let him to die. He's just going to attempt to beat him to death from the looks of it.
That's a paddling. You know,
Well, you
he
better
he
believe that's a paddling.
yeah,
He just wails on him.
he wails on him, and I think and they want you to believe Ricky's dead. And then Mel all of a sudden stands up and "See, Meg, I got him. I told you I'd get him. I promised you I'd get him." And he's like, really it's so funny to me, like,
Meg's
how
gone, bro.
attached he is to this counselor, and for the first 2 acts of this movie,
Yeah, they had
nobody
no
had any clue.
they had no connection until she decided she wanted to go on a date with him or to have dinner.
There's nothing it's so weird. "See, Meg, I promised you." Like, he's like the old lady on the Titanic.
But
But
he gets out of there anyway.
he
We
runs
get
away, and then he gets Brended.
yeah. I was just gonna say it's another similarity to Friday the 13th because he ends up on an archery range where
We
he
get
gets
the
branded.
scene that we should have gotten in Friday the 13th.
Yeah, because they actually show him getting shot, whereas
Yeah.
Brenda, she was off screen, but right through the neck he gets it.
You get to see what is implied. And it's a good shot too, like the arrow
Yeah,
going through his neck. And he gets the arrow through his neck after seeing finally who the killer is. And he looks very incredulous at the killer reveal. No, it can't be you.
but it is.
But it is. And we still don't know who it
It's that
is.
her.
But Ronnie decides to start gathering the campers after realizing that Meg is missing. He can't find Mel. And I believe he mentions Judy too.
Yeah.
So he gathers all the campers and the cop from the earlier scene arrives,
with his fake
except
mustache.
he's got a fake mustache. It's an awful mustache. So apparently they had to reshoot this scene. I don't know the exact story. I do know that his mustache in his earlier scene was real, but this mustache looks awful,
Yeah, it's so clearly just a stick-on mustache.
and it makes him look like an idiot. Like,
In these scenes where he's playing it
not
real
just
serious as
aesthetically,
well.
yeah, that's it. He looks like a bumbling cop, like Dewey vibes
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like the original Dewey. There's a search party together, and all this is going on while Angela's meeting up with Paul
at
at
the
the
beach,
waterfront.
at the waterfront after the social.
Yeah, exactly. You get it.
Ricky is found alive, thank God.
Yeah, we don't want Ricky to die.
Paul and Angela are having fun, being cute on the beach, and then Meg is found, so the bodies are stacking up. Can't really call them accidents anymore. Meg's been stabbed in the back.
Yeah, and it's right after her body gets discovered that we get that really glorious shot of the mustache that we both love.
Yeah. Best shot of the mustache in the movie because 'cause he's got this look on his face, this, like, dopey grin. Yeah. It's like he looks like a kid who's playing a cop, who's playing dress up. It's just so hapless. But yeah, great shot. And, Ronnie and the complaint department, I still don't know her name, by the way, but Ronnie and the counselor who bitch slapped Judy arrive at the waterfront, and they find Angela in some state of undress, but you can't really tell because she's sitting and she's singing and she's cuddling with Paul. And then we get this flashback, the ultimate flashback, I guess, to Aunt Martha and Peter. Peter Baker was the survivor of the motorboating accident from the opening of the movie. So his
Not
sister died.
question mark.
No, it's confirmed. His sister died, and Martha decides that Peter will be a girl because she already has a boy.
Yeah, you don't need two.
Don't need two. One's enough. Names her Angela because it means angel.
Very clever.
Now that we've gotten to all of that, I can go back to my issue that I brought up before. I want to know what Peter's sister's name was. It couldn't have been Angela. She makes it sound like she came up with it when
She's kind of crazy.
she names him Angela and says it means angel and I really love it, and it literally sounds like her idea. So
I mean, I always thought that the original sister was also called Angela. Maybe you disagree.
I
I know what you mean. She does make it seem as if it's her idea, but
I mean,
she's an
like
eccentric.
Wikipedia, IMDb, all that, like everywhere I see it's Angela Baker. But I don't know. I guess common sense for me would dictate that it wouldn't be. I don't know.
Okay. But that's the origin story for the killer of this movie.
But that's the origin story. Forced transition, I
From your
guess,
crazy aunt.
is the best way to put it, except it's not like a full transition because we're back on the beach. Angela is now standing naked.
She turns to face the complaints department and what's the other guy's
Ronnie.
name again? Ron.
Ronnie. Short shorts. We call him short shorts. And yeah, she is naked. Her penis is out. She's holding Paul's decapitated head, and she is making
And she
a
drops
very interesting face.
the head on the floor. She turns as well, and the expression on his face, like it's almost like he's smiling. I noticed it earlier when I was looking at the movie.
You're right.
Maybe it was a quick decapitation. He didn't know what was going down. But
Well, if he thought he was about to get some, he would have been smiling.
maybe she got him to close his eyes this time.
Maybe.
Just ripped his head off, chopped it off, whatever.
Makes sense.
But yeah,
I mean, that way
she's
she could
full.
get the upper hand.
Yeah,
She's fully naked. Wang Doodle is blowing in the breeze.
she's obviously a stunt double.
Yes, it's not Felissa Rose who
No.
did that, but it is Felissa Rose's iconic face, that facial expression, mouth wide open and almost growling. Sounds like a growl. It's
Yeah,
very weird. And
very
then
primal.
roll credits.
Yeah,
That's it.
we get a flash of green as we cut to credits. And that's Sleepaway Camp.
That's Sleepaway
That's
Camp.
the big old twist.
One of the biggest twists in the genre, up there with Saw. I've seen this movie hundreds of times, so obviously it doesn't have the same effect anymore, but the first time I watched it, the time it took to collect myself. Wait a minute, what?
Yeah, I guess in hindsight, when you rewatch it, there's a couple of hints throughout the movie that it is Angela, but it's overly emphasized. They do use Ricky as a red herring, really.
Yeah, they scapegoat Ricky for a while, and
Poor guy.
He's no, man, he's just a good guy. He's trying to protect his cousin. I gotta rewatch, Return to Sleepaway Camp.
It was dumb, silly. I thought it was fine.
It's hard to live up to the first 3 for me. I love the first 3, and I was super excited when they started talking about Return because I knew Felissa was gonna be involved, and I guess that the thing that disappoints me the most about that movie is right from the jump, I could tell that was her, disguised as a cop,
Mm.
using a voice box. I don't know, I just
It was
felt
a
like,
choice. It's a strange
uh,
choice.
yeah, I felt like that creative choice kinda put a damper on it for me, but because I am a whore for all things legacy and fan service. I loved that they brought Jonathan Tiersten back. I love like Rick as I love that they brought Ronnie back. And yeah, Isaac Hayes. Like there are things I enjoy, but I felt like they could have done so much better with Angela. They could have done so much more with her character and with Felissa. She was hidden throughout the entire movie under a costume. It was just kind of that part's a bummer for me.
Yeah.
It is fun. There's parts that are fun, there's some good kills, but yeah, I,
Okay.
Sleepaway Camp, 5 stars, easy
Okay.
for me, but,
For you. For me, it's 3.5 stars. He's
yeah,
pretty good.
evil's broken inside, like, we all
Wow.
know that. He's,
It's kind of you.
I mean,
I mean, that's a good rating. I
it
like it.
is.
It's one of the good 80s slashes. I
No,
must say.
I know you
How about
like
that?
it. I want you to like more things more, that's all.
You want me to drop those 5 stars like Candy as well?
No, you're never gonna do that. Sleepaway Camp, it checks all the boxes. All the boxes that I had unchecked last week after watching Black Coat's Daughter have now been rechecked.
Oh, damn.
The gore, the effects, the wardrobe, like the cheesiness of it all. It's such a quintessential 80s movie that is very much a product of its time, I'll say, because there might
Yeah,
be
for better or
there's
worse. Yeah.
there's some problematic elements and themes in there, but and Felissa Rose just
The best hugger.
I love her in everything. Victor Crowley, that's another one. The Hatchet series is so fucking underrated, and Victor Crowley is such an underrated sequel in that franchise. And she actually gets a decent amount of screen time in that movie before she dies. And she's so fucking funny. She's funny. I love her.
There's
Go watch more Felissa Rose movies, everyone.
plenty of them.
There's so many
Well over 100, I think. Yeah,
now.
I'll co-sign that. There's a lot of movies to choose from. 151 according to Letterboxd. But I suppose that includes documentaries.
I'm sure she's got some stacked credits and a lot of underrated movies in there, so and Sleepaway Camp is the thing she's most known for, and even Sleepaway Camp is kind of underrated. All movies with female killers are underrated, and
Scream 4, Black Girl Daughter.
stop, oh my god, I'm
Glad
just
we
gonna
agree on
dip out of
this.
the recording.
Well, we're nearly done. We're both about to dip. We're
I'm
nearly
gonna let
finished.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Giggity.
But no, oh god. But, no, all these movies with female killers are underrated, and I feel like Sleepaway Camp, as much as it's got a lot of fans, it's also niche. It's very niche horror. It's not, like, mainstream.
Yeah. It's a good movie.
Great movie, better
I'm
than
with you.
Black Coat's Daughter, and that's it.
Okay.
We have nothing more to say. I'm joking. This movie is better than Black Coat's Daughter to me.
She's joking.
He doesn't agree, and
Don't
that's
know.
okay.
But I like them both, so it's all good. And I know you do
He's
too.
yes. No, I don't. Wait.
Damn.
I think you should rate it 5 stars, but maybe I'll fix you one day.
Maybe. I'm a work in progress. But I think we're done.
We are. And what does that mean?
What that means, dear listeners, is that we'll see you next Tuesday.
Fuck yeah.
Unless something goes wrong.
Don't manifest shit like that. We will see you next Tuesday. Don't listen to him.
Ooh, we're too far.